Prince Harry is mounting a fresh legal challenge against the Home Office over its decision to prevent him from paying privately for a police security detail during trips to the UK. The Duke of Sussex is now seeking the go-ahead from the High Court to secure a judicial review over that decision, with his lawyers claiming that the committee responsible exceeded its authority and power and also expressed no willingness to listen to Harry's arguments. Get the latest royal news straight to your phone by joining our WhatsApp community. The Duke of Sussex lost his right to police protection when he and his wife Meghan Markle stood down as senior working royals in 2020 and moved to the US. In February 2020, a decision was made by the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, REVEC, from February 2020, which has delegated powers from the Home Office, that he would not be granted armed police protection whenever he and his family are on British soil, despite offering to pay for it. He was told that officers were not guns for hire. Harry was granted permission in July last year to bring a judicial review over that decision, though a full hearing is yet to be held. At the High Court on Tuesday, the King's youngest son mounted a second legal challenge, arguing the question of paying for protection should not have been delegated to REVEC by the Home Office. A judge previously denied permission to bring the second challenge, but his lawyers are making a fresh application to bring it to the High Court. Shahid Fatima KC, representing Harry, said REVEC, whose membership includes senior Home Office officials, senior officers of the Met Police and senior officials of the royal household, had overstepped the mark. She said, REVEC has exceeded its authority, its power, because it doesn't have the power to make this decision in the first place. In written arguments, the barristers said REVEC's decision was inconsistent with legislation that gives power to the Chief Officer of Police to decide that special police services can be privately paid for by an individual. She added, by creating that discretion, Parliament has clearly decided that in principle, payment for policing is not inconsistent with the public interest or public confidence in the Metropolitan Police Service. Ms. Fatima also argued that REVEC's decision was unreasonable and that the Duke was not given any opportunity to make representations to the committee. She said, there was no willingness in REVEC to entertain any exceptions to the policy or listen to representations. We are not even getting our foot through the door. There is no willingness to listen. Robert Palmer KC, representing the Home Office, responded and said REVEC was not required to offer Harry the chance to make representations over the funding decision, adding that they would have been highly likely to have made no substantial difference in any event. The barrister urged the court to uphold the judge's original decision and throw out Harry's case. Don't miss. King urged to follow his mother's example and keep his nose out of politics. Latest, Kate is second as Dame Kelly Holmes beats her in beanbag competition. Pictures, Kate and William snubbed from big perk in new royal role. Expert, he also said the funding decision related to protective security required a very unique set of skills and tactics and training being made specifically available for an individual and was not about extra policing for events such as football matches, a marathon or celebrity weddings. In written arguments, Mr. Palmer said the funding decision was rational and well within the permissible range of decisions open to REVEC as the relevant expert body. He said the decision was not unlawful, nor beyond the committee's powers, and that it was simply the setting of a policy position. Mr. Palmer said the unanimous decision of REVEC was correct and that there was significant legal uncertainty over how the provision of protective security was covered by the law. The barrister added that there was no legal authority for the proposition that the concept of special police services encompasses the use of police officers as private bodyguards for the wealthy. The Home Office says the decision to block Harry's security detail was rational and well within the permissible range of decisions open to review. The hearing before Mr. Justice Chamberlain continues, with the judge indicating that he will give his written ruling at a later date.
From above.